Welcome to a channel where curiosity meets calm, where your mind gets tested and your soul gets soothed. From brain-teasing riddles to chilling real-life mysteries, and the soft whisper of waterfalls echoing through untouched forests. This is your new favorite corner of YouTube. You'll find short video riddles that challenge your thinking, mini documentaries that explore history's strangest events, and 60-second fun facts that surprise and delight. For those who love to go deeper, we offer full-length documentaries and immersive radio-style storytelling that plays like a movie in your imagination. And when it's time to unwind, escape into relaxing videos featuring the peaceful sounds and breathtaking sights of nature. Here, every video is a new adventure. Whether you've got 60 seconds or 60 minutes, we've got something just for you. Subscribe now. Watch, think, feel, escape. New uploads every day. You never know what's coming next. In the 1950s, the United States government launched one of the most secretive and disturbing psychological operations in history. Its mission: control the human mind. Through hypnosis, drugs, and psychological torture, they sought to turn ordinary citizens into weapons. These are the declassified files. This is the story they didn't want you to hear. Before MKUltra, there was Artichoke. Launched in 1951, it was the CIA's first foray into behavioral control. Could a person be made to assassinate without remembering it? Could a prisoner be broken using only their mind? In their secret labs, they tried to find out. Agents tested hypnosis and drug combinations. Subjects were interrogated under sodium pentothal. Some were dosed with heroin, others with truth serums. The goal was simple: obedience. The cost, however, would be irreversible. Artichoke's experiments were scattered across the globe. Safe houses in Europe, black sites in Asia. Nobody knew who the subjects were, and most never would.
Good evening, and welcome to Spotlight, a weekly series of investigative reports from around the world. I'm Mark Hertzgaard in San Francisco, and tonight, the Spotlight...
1953. The CIA needed something bigger, something bolder. Project MKUltra was born, officially sanctioned by CIA Director Allen Dulles. It was a vast program involving over 80 institutions, including universities, hospitals, and prisons. At its heart was Dr. Sidney Gottlieb, a chemist known as the Black Sorcerer of the CIA. He believed LSD could unlock the secrets of the mind or destroy it. Under his guidance, experiments turned darker. Unwitting subjects were dosed with hallucinogens. Mental patients were kept in drugged stupors for weeks. Prisoners were subjected to electroshock treatments and sensory deprivation. One subject was kept on LSD for 174 consecutive days. It was science fiction made real.
Tonight's film tells the story of a CIA agent who helped run these covert programs and may have been murdered because of it. In 1953, Frank Olson plunged to his death from a 13th floor hotel window in New York City. The CIA man who was in the room with Olson said he jumped. An autopsy demanded 40 years later by Olson's son concluded he was pushed. I'll be back afterwards with an update. For now, here is Codename Artichoke.
Frederick, Maryland. More than 40 years after his death, the body of former CIA scientist Dr. Frank Olson has been exhumed. Olson's son Eric is convinced his father was murdered by agents of the American government, because he wanted to leave the CIA. Dr. Frank Olson was an expert for anthrax and other biological weapons and had top security clearance. Forensic pathologists at George Washington University performed an autopsy and concluded that Olson probably was the victim of a violent crime.
Few survived intact. Fewer still spoke out. But the testimonies of those who did reveal a haunting legacy.
For us and the rest of the people in the world, what are some of them?
Well, it started out basically with the CIA doing experimentations on their own men to discover if they could get rid of agents who were going to quit the department and still had classified information. So they utilized different types of drugs and pain and hypnosis and electric shock to try and get the guys to forget. Then they also did experimentations to using different chemicals to see if you can induce a person to commit a crime or induce him to do that or to do this. Of course, the CIA claimed that it didn't carry it through. The documentation we got was actually that they did that. Then we came across the overall project called MKUltra. Its earlier code name was Artichoke, and that included 149 sub-projects. And those sub-projects range from what I just described to open-air testing in the United States, experimentation on prisoners, experimentation on soldiers, experimentation on college students.
Would these people know they were being experimented on and gave their approval?
No.
In Montreal, Dr. Ewan Cameron led one of MKUltra's most devastating offshoots. He pioneered psychic driving, breaking a patient's psyche by playing repeated messages for days while under heavy sedation. Deborah, one survivor, described waking up with no memory of her children, her husband, or her name. "They erased me," she said. Others described waking restraints, padded cells, electroshock administered without consent. These weren't war criminals. They were housewives,
So were the other
students, veterans.
Kool-Aid was spiked with LSD. It was horrible.
In the early days of the Cold War, the CIA ordered the creation of a secret program intended to find ways of mind control. They funded an army of psychiatric institutions across the United States and Canada to perform experiments on unsuspecting patients using psychedelic drugs, sensory deprivation, electroshock treatment, and more. The program was known by its codename, MKUltra.
In 1973, as the Watergate scandal rocked the nation, the CIA panicked. Sidney Gottlieb, fearing exposure, ordered MKUltra files destroyed. Over 20,000 documents vanished. But fragments remained. Memos, budgets, letters. A few copies survived by accident. And in 1975, a congressional investigation finally brought the truth to light. Senator Frank Church, leading the hearings, declared, "This is not what America stands for." But the damage had already been done. No criminal charges were filed. Victims received no justice.
Interview with the shrink and put it on tape to run a loop under his pillow while he was put into this sleep treatment.
He also was put in an insulin coma for 36 days with a recording beside him saying that your mother hates you over and over and over and over and over.
That was beside my bed constantly, repeated 250,000 and 500,000 times.
Some say MKUltra ended in the 70s, but echoes of the program live on. The Department of Defense continued research into non-lethal weapons and psychotronics. In 2023, new documents surfaced linking early mind control research to predictive behavior algorithms used in surveillance software. Is it coincidence or a digital evolution of analog control? We are tracked, targeted, and manipulated. Not with LSD, but with data. Not through hypnosis, but algorithmic suggestion. MKUltra taught one lesson: control doesn't need chains, only fear.
While historians and survivors have exposed MKUltra's exploits to the world, much remains unknown about its extent and wider impact. Given the highly sensitive nature of the program's activity, it is likely this will remain the case for years to come.